Yeah, welcome back to the bunny barn. So we're kind of in the dark right now because I have like the blinds halfway closed, and when the sun starts setting, which will be in a couple hours, it kind of like comes to my direction of, you know, my window and everything. So it sets, you know, I basically see the sun setting, and that's not good, especially in the summertime, because yeah, I start sweating like crazy and everything. So I'm trying to keep the room cool as possible, and there's no AC in my house because my parents are very old school and they come from places that is actually hot, and this is like not one to complain about to them. So yeah, and I get it. I've been in Houston, Texas. It's hot as hell and boring as hell, and I've been to Las Vegas, Nevada. So but still, it's probably like 90 degrees right now. It still sucks. I don't like the heat anyways. Let's go ahead and talk about a topic, and this kind of inspired me from, you know, last week when I went to go see Iron Maiden, and that is basically people in the line to buy a t-shirt from like a vendor or whatever. I don't even know what to call this video. I'm just gonna call it like rant time at the vendor, or you know, whatever. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Anyways, let me tell you how annoying it is when you're buying t-shirts or anything. It's primarily aimed more to like festivals and like something that's more outdoor, and you know it's gonna be hot as hell, and you know, yeah. So I've noticed a lot of people in the lines, and you gotta remember, these festivals, they have more than one vendor. They got small, medium, large, you know, the sizes of penises basically. So there's like, you know, the really small little, like in the corner vendor, and there's like, you know, the medium sized one, and like the really big huge ones where they fit like maybe 5 or 6 lines or whatever. So there's like, you know, big, you know, there's like variety of sizes or whatever we want to call them. But this is what gets on my nerves. You gotta remember, these places are hot as hell. They're somewhere where it's located that's very hot, like here in California are festivals or a really huge concert that's just for one day and maybe like 4 bands. I guess that still will be considered as a festival. They're, you know, in the desert here. Okay, here they're in the deserts, and you know, they're primarily in an area where it's very, very open. So what that means, temperatures are rising. It's very hot. You're lucky if it's 80 degrees. It's probably not going to be 80 degrees like how it was when I was at Iron Maiden. That was a very nice day. But you gotta remember, when you're a vendor, you're inside some kind of tent, which is causing more heat, and there is a bunch of, you know, clothes and t-shirts and everything. So that's taking up space. And I'm pretty sure they're kind of heavy, the boxes from bringing them in and everything. You guys have to be considerate of these vendors. That's what I'm trying to fucking say here. So what drives me nuts, and I've seen this, and my friend brought it up, my friend Jeff, when we were over there at Iron Maiden, is there is more than one. It's not just one person. There's more than one. Some asshole is always wanting to see every shirt, which I don't know how bad is this person's eyesight, but they ask the person to pull out, like, I'm not even kidding you, sometimes it's like each of every whatever shirt. It'll be like maybe 6 t-shirts, and they need it in like 2 or 3 different sizes, because you know, sometimes they run out of your size, and then that's why they have multiple vendors. That way you could go find it at another vendor. So you'll be seeing like a person walking around with like 6 to 8 t-shirts or whatever, and you gotta remember, that's adding a lot of heat to that person's body. And then not only that, you're holding up the fucking line just because I guess you're blind, you couldn't bring your glasses or your contact lenses, whatever. And it's like, why do you need to see it when it's very physically right there? I understand if you can't see the prices. Look, usually a shirt at those big festival places are $40. Just, you know, accept it once, like before you even go in. Just tell yourself that and just have the money prepared. Okay, that's what I do. That, like, and like the thing is, I think maybe just because for me it's a lot more easier when it comes to like buying t-shirts and everything, because I'm generally a picky person. If I don't like a certain design, even though it's a great album, I'm not gonna buy it. You know what I mean? I'm just very picky in what I wear. I can't help it. Or well, in general, I am a picky person. So these people will also like stall up the line, and they'll be like, oh, what do I want, which one do I want, and they end up leaving with one fucking t-shirt after they made the poor guy or girl suffering carrying all these shirts around them. And then they're like asked multiple times to see them, and they don't give a fuck about the people waiting, which, by the way, we don't have shade and the sun is hitting us hard, and that drives me nuts. So basically the moral of the story is quit being an asshole, and you know, just know what you fucking want. Take your fucking glasses or your contact lenses so you can see the design better. And it's like, seriously, when you're more than halfway up in the line, you should be able to see right away which one you want. And sometimes there's like pictures already being promoted by the bands of what t-shirts are going to be there, or they're probably already on the website, you know. So yeah, that's my little rant right there, is just to like be considerate of the people working there, and then don't complain about the look. I'll admit, like, yeah, it's expensive, $40 for an Iron Maiden shirt, yeah, and I know places where I could get the exact, you know, the quality and everything, and you know, by the band and everything in Hollywood, where to get them, or I order them off the websites. But you also got to remember, like, if you're gonna be right there complaining in the line too, first of all, yes, we all hate the prices, but we keep that to ourselves. But you're gonna be right there complaining to them that it's expensive and everything. You gotta remember, they probably paid like $500 to $1,000 for that spot. And hopefully they're not fucked up, San Bernardino, to take a percentage from that, because that's really fucked up when you pay like $500 to $1,000 for that rent space. That's usually how it is. You know, you go to any convention, Anime Expo or Comic-Con, you know, when people have a booth there, they probably, the minimum was $500. So yeah, that's just my little rant there. And also, I'm not leaving the vendor safe here. I understand you guys have sometimes of a hard day and it's hot and everything, and the little fan you guys have right there is not enough. But some of you guys, like, okay, literally when I was at Knotfest, best friend Spunky, she was having kind of, I don't even remember if she did buy a shirt or not from there. I know she bought a shirt, but it wasn't from that vendor. The vendor, first of all, bitch, you didn't have a long line, so, you know, shut the fuck up. And my best friend didn't ask for so many t-shirts. I think she only asked for like 3 t-shirts to be pulled out so she could see if it was in her size or whatever. Because yes, I'll admit, sometimes you don't know if the size is like gonna fit you or not. You don't know the quality of the shirt, because some shirts be like crappy, you know, they're like that cheap material. So I understand. They're not always gonna be like the really, really soft material or anything like that. So I understand that sometimes people do need them pulled out, but it's just like, seriously, like 10 shirts or 11 shirts, like what the hell is wrong with you? So she only asked for like 3 shirts, and the lady's just like moving slow. Like she's literally moving slow like a cat. Like, I don't know, like, you know when you see like a cat like being kind of stuck up and they're just kind of like moving slow and like kind of like observing. And I don't even think she was really looking hard enough for the size, because, you know, she kept telling my friend, no, we don't have it, no, we don't have it. And it's like, she clearly looked like she just did not want to do her job. And at the same time, I was even wondering, does she even know anything what we're talking about, like musically wise? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, or else why would they be there? So yeah, you get the vendors too with the bitch face. Like, I don't know, probably somebody pissed her off earlier and maybe said some shit to her, but if it wasn't that, still, you don't put the blame. Look, I've worked in customer service. You don't put the blame on the next one who, especially, is coming to you politely. Like, if somebody comes up to you politely, there's no reason to be rude to them, okay? I can understand if they're being a fucking dick and everything, and they want you to pull out all these shirts, and then they end up buying only one or none. So, but go ahead, like, I don't know, if it was up to me, go ahead and give that person an attitude, I don't care, but you don't give it to the next one who's polite, okay? So, yeah, that's just my little rant right there, you guys. Let me know if you guys had any experiences like that, or if you agree with me or not, or I don't know. Yeah, so, yeah, just leave a comment, I don't care. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching. I will talk to you all soon then. Bye!